Hello, my name is Art. Um, Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial for you guys about Shopify. It's going to be specifically for Shopify. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I realize there are a lot of people who do not quite understand how Shopify works. I mean, there are a lot of videos out there that talk about Shopify, but most of them are very quick, and it's hard to really follow along. So I'm making this video to just take time for especially those who are beginners, to actually help them to get a clear understanding of what these stores are about. Okay, so I've listed out certain things. This is going to be my second time making a video, so you bear with me if I stumble over my words, but I will try and be as discreet and as clear as I possibly can be. Okay, to start with, I'd like to say something quickly. Please subscribe if you like the video, and let's go. Number one, how to start a Shopify store. Okay, the first thing is, what exactly is a Shopify store? The Shopify store is somewhere that you could actually come to and you can sell your products. You could actually sell products on Shopify without even having an inventory, having products of your own. You could actually download products from other sites with a process called drop shipping, and I will speak about that a little bit as we go along. Okay, so Shopify is a beautiful place. If you have your own products that you want to sell, it's one of the best places to actually do that on. If you have products that you want to sell but they're not even yours, you want to drop ship them, you also have that option. And something else about Shopify is that it's scalable. You could actually sell your products not just on Shopify, you could sell it on other platforms like Amazon, eBay, and the lot. So let's just go ahead and see how we could start this. How do you get your 14-day trial period using in Shopify? Now, whenever you decide to start using Shopify, getting a store in Shopify, you're going to need to register. Okay, so you normally get a 14-day free trial period if it's what you want, and you can go ahead and just click the link. I've put it in the subscription box down there. You can go ahead and click it and then get your 14 days trial period, and then once you're done with the 14 days, you can go ahead and pay your subscription. And the subscription fees are actually not that expensive. You have the basic for, I think, $29.99, okay, which is served for someone who's just beginning to use Shopify. Okay, if I get to, I'll show you where that is, but for now, let's just go ahead and, oh, hold up, let's just take a look at it quickly. So under pricing, okay, there you go. So you have your basic Shopify here. See, $29. You've got the ones for $79 and $299. But like I said, I'm not going to really spend time. You could go ahead and read all this. But just know that $29 should be good enough for you if you're a beginner and you don't have that much to sell. And even if you do, if you just want to start up and test the market, I'd advise you just start with this. You could always upgrade as your store grows. Okay, all right, let's go on. So we're going to go back and create our first Shopify. So let's get started. Now here, see, start your free 14-day trial of Shopify. You're going to need to put in your email address. I'm going to just use art7ng at, okay. And then you're going to put a password. Your password can be basically anything, whatever you desire it to be. And then your store name. Now let me say this before you begin. Your store name cannot be changed after you have created it. So whatever you desire to call your store name, be very sure of it, because you're not going to be able to change the store name. Note, the store name is not going to be what it will be showing when you actually buy your own personal domain. Okay, when you use your own domain, I'm going to show you how that is done. That is how when you use your own www.yourdomain.com. Okay, but your store name will always remain the same, and the store name is whatever you put here, .shopify.com. Okay, I will show you that. So this is very important. Whatever your store name is going to be, it's not going to change. Okay, I can't press on that hard enough. So in this case, I'm going to still use art7ng 7ng as my store name. Now, I believe that it's important, for example, if your domain name is going to be catware.com, I think it's a good idea to also make your store name catware.shopify.com. It just puts everything in order. It's not compulsory, but this is just my suggestion to put everything in order. Alright, but you could go ahead and put whatever it is you want there, and then you create your store. Okay, sit tight, we're creating your store. So we wait for this to finish. Like I said, I'm not going to rush through anything. I'm going to take my time and let you see how everything functions. Alright. It says, tell us a little bit about yourself. Please choose one. Let's see, I'm not selling products yet. You've got, I'm just playing around. I'm selling just not online. I sell with a different system. Let's go ahead and just say I'm just playing around. Alright. Let us help you kickstart your business while you play around. Help me create my logo. Help me brainstorm. Help me da 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 da. We don't need that. What is your current revenue? Let's just pick something. 0. I'm just getting started. Are you setting up a store for a client? So if you were setting up a store for a client, you could do that, but this one we're assuming we're setting it up for ourselves. Alright, so you click on next, and then you're going to put your first name, your last name, your street address, all your information here, and then you're going to click on enter my store. Okay, alright, so let's do this. First name, I'm going to use Art. Last name, just playing around, I'm going to use Art. Street address, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Playing around. I can type Carrollton, that's fine. Let's use a zip code 30179. I'm not sure if that's the right zip code for that place, but yeah, let's just keep that at that. And then a phone number, we can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think. 1. Alright. Business or personal website optional. So whatever you want to do with that, you could do. Then enter my store. Let's see if it's going to work with this information. Wait for it. Wait for it. Alright, and we're in. Okay. So this is what I meant by, if you look up here, it says there https art7ng.myshopify.com. Now this is your store. You cannot change this anymore once you start. So like I said, it's very important. If your domain name, if your business name is catware.com, I normally just advise people just use that as well for your shop, catware. Okay, so it becomes catware.myshopify.com. Okay, so we're here. Let's see. So remember, you could just click on the link to get your 14-day trial. Number 3, let's do a store overview. Alright, let's go through a brief orientation. We're not going to spend too much time on this. But first of all, let's look at what the front page is like. So it says that your trial just started. Select a plan. So once you're done setting up your store, you could always come here and just select a plan, and then you choose from the plans that we had previously looked at. Okay, to actually start let's start your store properly. Okay, so add to products, start selling. Okay, we've got all this. Alright, so let's look at this options here. So first of all, you have the home, which is this page. Okay, then you have the orders. Now under the orders, this is where you'll be managing your orders. Okay, once your store has orders, this is where you'll process and track them. Okay, so you have your all orders, you have your drafts, you have abandoned checkouts. Now underneath the abandoned checkouts, this is where you're going to be taking a look at people who have come, they wanted to buy something, they clicked on the checkout, and then they did not actually go through with it. So you're going to be able to see their information here. If they had put any information, you would see it listed here. So you could always send them an email. Okay, there's an option for you to send an email back to them, reminding them of their abandoned checkouts. Okay, so that's for orders. Then we'll go to the products tab. Now underneath the products, one of the very important, this is where you'll be bringing in your products. Now there's certain ways that you could do that. You could just add products singly, okay, by clicking on add products and then finding it from wherever it is that you've kept it. Let's just do that quickly. Let's add a product. So here you give the product a title, okay, give it a description, and then you could bring your images. Alright, if it's on your computer, just click this and it'll send you to a dialog box on your computer. Pick whatever image you have prepared for your product and it's gonna come here, and then this is where you work on your pricing. Alright, so you put your prices there, you put your compare at prices there. Okay, if you want to charge taxes on the product, make sure that is ticked. If you don't, you make sure that is not ticked, unticked. If you have an ISBN, UPC, now this will come in handy when you're trying to sell off places like Amazon and eBay. So if you do have that, it's good you put that in as well. Okay, your SKU, stock keeping unit, if you want to include that. Your shipping, okay, if the product requires shipping, okay, which if it does, you click on that. If it doesn't, just take that off. It will not require shipping if you're working on media files. For example, if you're working on images or on basically media files, graphics, etc., then it does not require shipping. Okay, so if you want to work on your weights, this is where you do it, etc. Now I'll show you where you could actually set your things like free shipping. When somebody actually buys something from your store, if they buy up to a certain amount, like $50, after $50 then they get free shipping. I'm going to show you how that is done, okay, in a minute. But this area is just where you post your products. Okay, once your products are posted, if you're posting them singly, which is time consuming, but assuming you don't have too many products and you want to do it singly, this is the process you go through. Always make sure as well that you have your collections, okay, because whatever product that you're posting will be put to a particular collection. It's just a way of organizing everything. That's going to come in handy when we begin to work with our navigations, our menu bars, and things like that. I will explain that when we get there. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to cancel this out. I'm not going to put any product there. That's one way to put a product. But then there is another way. We can actually import what is called a CSV file. Now, I will explain that. I'll go to a site and I'll try and explain that. Now, hopefully I don't forget. But then the CSV file is almost like an Excel sheet, okay, where you put in all your products, you type them out, and you have columns where you type out the names of the product, you type out the amounts that the product costs, you type out the SKU, all the information. So you could put all your products listed out and then you import it in here. Automatically Shopify would be able to arrange all those products for you. So you don't have to keep doing it singly, okay, one at a time. I hope I explained that clearly. If not, I'm still going to try and show you what I mean. Okay. So we have adding product. We have transfers in the next option. So this is where you manage your inventory transfers. You track and receive your incoming inventory from your suppliers. Alright, and we're going to leave that for now. You have your inventory. Okay, this is where you manage your inventory. We're going to leave that for now. When you bring the products in, this is where you're going to see the inventory. How many products did you bring in? How many variations are there, etc. So this is where that's going to be tracked. And then you have what is called your collections. Now, what I normally advise people to do before you start designing your site is to actually sit down and decide what exactly do you want to sell. Okay, what are your menus going to be like? What are your sub menus? For example, if you're going to be selling clothes, or let's say clothes and jewelry or clothing accessories, you're going to have for men, you're going to have for women, and then underneath the men you're going to say, okay, men shoes, men bracelets, men rings, etc. So it's good to have those things in mind so you can create your collections here. Okay, so it makes it a lot easier for you and it actually helps you organize things a lot better. So to create a collection, for example, right now we don't have anything. We just click on create collections there. And then, like I said, if it's for a clothing line and you already have your store in mind, you just type let's create one. We say men. Okay, so you can leave all these empty, and then this is important. Okay, this automatically will select products based on conditions. So you are the one that chooses the conditions of the products that will come in this collection that you just created, men. Okay? But if you do not want to go through that process and you want to do it manually, make sure you switch to manually. Because if you don't and you try to save it, it's going to give you an error message. Let me show you what I mean. Automatically select products based on conditions. Now, I have not put any conditions here. If I wanted to, I would say, okay, according to product title, or if you click on this arrow, according to price, or product tag. Okay. So if you want every product that maybe has a particular tag on them to be in this collection, then you would choose according to tags. So equals to, and then you put your value here. Okay, but other than that, like we're just starting, you could just leave it as manual, so you can do this manually. Okay, and then once you're done, you can choose your collection image, the image that is going to be used for all the collections. Okay, you just click on upload image over there, and once you're done with that, you click on save. So let's try men, and let's assume I had left it here without making let's go back here, without making any settings here, and then I clicked on save. You see, it tells me there is one error with this collection. Conditions are not valid because I did not set any conditions. Okay, so like I said, if you see that error, just come down here to conditions and make sure you select manually select. Okay, so you already have your title in place, and you click on save. And we're good. You see, your collection has been created. So we can now go back to collections, and you see it appears there. So this is where we're going to have all our collections. All right, you can go ahead and put women, you could put kids, you could put all your collections here and have them ready. Okay, so let's go ahead. So those collections. Now you have your gift cards if you want to work on those, create gift cards for your clients, etc. That's all in here. You have your customers. When you begin to sell your customers, this is where you're going to find them. Okay, and note here on the customers page, if you have certain customers that you want to import them, import customers, this is where you go to. Just click on import customers. You have the analytics. Total sale, excuse me, total online store visits, repeat customer rate. You have the analytics basically here where you could see the status of your store, total orders, okay, average order value, online store conversion rate, top products by unit sold, online store visits by location. You've got all that beautiful stuff. So this is where you can come to your analytics. That's the dashboard. You have the report. You have the live view. Okay. All right. So let's just go back here. Okay. So here we have discounts. This is where you set your discounts for various products, depending on the products you want to give discounts on, or if you want to create discount coupons and things like that. See, you create a discount, boost sales and reward your loyal customers with discounts. This is where you create those discounts, and then you can send those to your customers, or make it available to them. And then we have the apps. Now underneath the apps is where you have certain apps that can scale your shop. All right. So, like for example, you have the Oberlo. I'm not sure, I always pronounce that wrongly. So you have the Oberlo. The Oberlo, it's free. For I think 500 products, you could actually use Oberlo to get 500 products. This is normally used for what is called drop shipping. Like I said, I'm going to explain that later, so I'm not going to dwell too much on this. But it's free for a period, and then when you need to scale to more products, you now need to pay a certain fee to continue using their service. All right, so you have other softwares. You have softwares for different purposes. Okay, so to add a software, you just visit the Shopify App Store. Let's just click that and see what it looks like quickly. So here you could just search for software if it's a software that you already know. Okay. If not, you could just look out the software, see what it is that would work best for you. But I'd advise that you find out reviews about the softwares. You can go on YouTube pages and find out softwares that are needed for certain things for Shopify, and then you come here and you search for what you want. Okay, well, you would know the ones that are free and the ones that you would need to pay for. Okay, so let's just go back to our store. So that's where the apps are. Now we're going to go to we're going to leave the sales channel for now. We'll come back to that. But then we go to our online store. Now our online store is the main design of our store. Okay, where we have the themes. You could choose a theme, whatever theme you desire to use. Now you have free themes. Alright, there it is. You've got the free themes, but then you also have the premium themes. The free themes you don't have to pay for. They're basic themes. Some of them are very nice actually. While you have the premium themes, which have a lot of other things included, integrated into them to help make your selling a lot better. Okay, but for a start out, I would advise you to just go with the free theme. But if you think you find something better with the premium theme, go ahead. I mean, it's your preference. Okay, but know that you've got options for a free theme. Okay, so let's explore some of the free themes, and then we'll just pick one. We're not necessarily going to do anything per se. Let's see. Okay, let's try this one. Let's see what this one looks like. Well, you can see the different themes there. Okay, these are free themes that you could pick, and you could set it up the way you want to. Okay, so let's go with this one. This is called Brooklyn. Alright, so designed for modern apparel stores. Header, slideshow, dynamic product grid, slide out cart, etc. So you have the classic and you have the playful. So depending on what your store is going to look like, you make your choice. But let's just keep it as the classic and see what that looks like. So we're going to add that. So it's adding it. Alright, I think we're done. It's still working. Yeah, it shows you how quick my system is. Okay, there we go. So once you have your theme set up, this is a free theme, you can now customize your theme. Alright, just by clicking customize here. Alright, before I go into the customize, there is another button just beside it called actions. Now if you click on the actions, you could preview your site. If I clicked on preview now, let's see, it's going to open the site just for us to preview and see how it looks like, how the theme looks like. Okay, come on. Okay, there we go. Now this is the basic site. That's where your logo is going to be. We're going to see how we can change that. This is where your menu would be. Okay, what we had called where your things like the collections would be. The menu, that's where they're going to be. You have your search, you have your cart, you have your image that's going to fall in place here, etc. You got your products here. Whatever it is you want to make the site look beautiful, that's going to be up to you. Okay, like I said, it's going to be your own preference. Alright, so let's go back to our Shopify. So underneath here, you can customize this theme by clicking on customize. And once you click on that, it's going to open the theme, and on the left side you're going to see where you could actually customize this theme. So you have here the header. Just by clicking on the header, you have the logo alignment. Do you want it to the left? Do you want it centered? Okay, so if you click on centered, now this is real life. So as you're clicking on this, it's taking effect, so you can see how it's going to look. Okay. Now note, for it to actually come live, you must save it. If you do not save it, it doesn't take effect on your live store. Okay, so whatever changes you make, once you make them here, it should show you instantly how it's going to look. But you must click on save for it to take effect. Okay, on your live store. Alright, so here you could choose your logo image. If you don't want to use Art7ng, which is just a placeholder, you can choose an image from here. Just click on that. Pick your image, prepare your image. pick it in, and it's going to appear here or wherever you want it to be. Okay. Now it gives you an idea of what the image size should be. So it says custom logo width should at least be 100 pixels. Okay. So you try and create your image, whatever it is you're designing it, try and make it at least 100 pixels in width. Alright. So here you also have your menu. This is where you place your menu. Okay. So you can edit menu, you can change menu. Right now it has the main menu on. And notice in the main menu you only have home and catalog. Alright. So note that. I'll show you how we can get there. Okay, we'll take a look at that. But for now, just note that main menu has got home and catalog in it. Okay, so we'll take a look at that shortly. So you have the announcement bar and all those good stuff. Okay, so once you're done, always make sure you save. Then you can go back, go to the featured collections. So each of this take you step by step. Featured collection, there you go. You have the image with text down here. There you go. You just click on that and then you make the edit here. You can put in your images. Let's make that visible. Okay, so you have your image with text. So if we click on that, you see image, select image. Whatever image you bring in here is gonna take this position. It's gonna be here. Okay, so you have your image alignment. If you want it to be on the left, which it is right now, but you could always switch it to the right so it comes this way and the text comes to the left. Okay, this is where you edit your text. You see the heading, image with text. So basically editing your store is very simple. All you do is just go into the theme, go into the customization of the theme, and then look at each section of it and then edit from there. Image with text, you could just write cool edits. Alright, okay, so you see it takes effect, but remember you must save once you're completely done and show that those are the changes you require. You must save for it to take effect in your live store. If you do not save and you close this, it's not going to take effect on your live store. Okay, alright, so we're going to leave this for now. Okay, so we just go back and then we click on the Shopify icon here to take us out of this. It says the page is asking you to confirm that you want to leave. Data you have entered may not be saved. That doesn't matter. I did not want to save anything. Okay, but you would want to save when you're done. Okay, so I'm going to leave page right now. And then we're going to go back to our online store. So there you go. So we're on themes. You have your blog posts. Okay, this is where you write your blogs. Okay, you create your blog post there, etc. You've got your pages. Now this is where you create your pages. So you click on add page. Let's just do that quickly. If you're used to WordPress, this should be basic to you because this is the same setting. But if you're not used to it, then this is just what you do. Click on pages, type the title of your page, okay, whatever title you want to give your page, okay, and then type out whatever description you want or the content of the page in there. Okay, so you could do that, and you could make it visible, or if you're not ready to post it yet, you could make it hidden so people do not see it until you're ready to post. Then you make it visible. But remember, whenever you make any changes, always remember to save. Okay, so that's for pages. Now let's go on to navigation and see what that is. Now remember the menu bar, and at the beginning of this lesson we had said it's a good thing to always know how you want your menu to be so that you can create your menus already, and you can actually have them in order. Okay, so this is where that is done under navigation. So under here, notice you have the footer menu, which is at the bottom of our main site, and then you have the main menu, what we're looking at, okay, while we're trying to edit our theme. So the main menu presently only has home and catalog. Alright, let's try and add some more menus in there. So you click on main menu. Right now the title is main menu, it's got home, it's got catalog. To add more menus, you just click on add menu item. So here you could just type in the name. Okay, for example, if we wanted one of the menus to be like men clothing, for example, you click on that, and then you put, here is where you put in where would you want the link to go. If somebody clicked on men clothing on your menu bar, where do you want to send them to? Now that's the link you're going to put here. And the beautiful thing about this, you have different links. You can go to collections and decide, oh, maybe I want them to just go to the page that I had created for men, so they see all the men's products. You click on men. Okay, so that comes in there. So once they click on men's clothing on your menu bar, they're going to go to all the collections, all the products that you put in men. They're going to view that. Okay, or if that's not what you want, you could also put a page. So if they click on that, they go to a page. Or you go to a particular product. If they click on that, they go to a particular product or a blog. So all this is your choice and your preference. Okay, so once you're done, you click on add, and that will automatically take effect. So for now, I'm just going to leave it on collections, and I'm going to pick men, the only collection that we created, and I'm going to click on add. There we go. So now we have 1, 2, 3 menus, okay, in our main menu. Now you can always move this. Okay, I could decide I want the men's clothing to go up, okay, and I just move it up, just drag it. If I want to edit it, all I do is go into here and click on edit, and then I can make my changes. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now. If you want to delete it, you could just go ahead and click the trash can beside it. Now if you want to create menus underneath this menu, all you do is you click on add menu. Let's see, let's try shoes. Okay, and then let's use let's assume we had created a lot of collections. Now we really don't, so let's use the same men collection. Okay, and then let's add that. Now for this men collection, if you want to have a sub menu, all we do is want to make the shoe a sub menu of men clothing. All we do is we click on the shoes here and we drag it up to here, and then we drag it a little bit to the right. Okay, so automatically, if you notice that there is the main, and then there is the sub. Now you can keep adding subs if you wanted to. Okay, so you could always move this wherever you want. Move it to the left if you want it to be a main menu. Move it slightly to the right underneath a main menu to make it the sub menu of that main menu. Okay. Alright, so for example, the shoes now is a sub menu to the men's clothing. We're going to take a look at what that looks like on the site right now. But remember, whatever you finish doing, whatever it is you're editing, make sure you always save. If it's something that you do not want, if you made a mistake and you messed things up and you want to take it back to normal, make sure you discard. Okay, so we're going to save it. So you click on save. Everything is done. Let's look at our store. We go back to the online store. Click on that. Okay, so let's just click on action here where we can see our preview. By the way, remember, preview is when we want to preview it and see what we've done so far. You can rename it, you can duplicate it, you can download your theme. If you want to move it from this store to another Shopify store, you can download your theme. It downloads in a zip folder, okay, and then you can import it into another store. Okay, and if there is time, we'll show you how to do that, but it's real basic. And when you download a theme, it downloads it to your email, whatever email you're using setting up in the store here, which I'm going to show you where that is, but it downloads it to that email, and that's where you're going to get it from. You can edit the code and you can edit the languages. Okay, so let's go to preview and see what we just did. So we click on preview. It's going to open our store. So we still have our Art7NG. We haven't changed the logo yet. We haven't put any slides here, so this is still default. We still have our search here. We have our cart here, and if this is going to open up, let's see. There we go. Alright, so notice you still have your home, but now we have the men clothing. And look at that, it has a sub. You see the arrow tells you that there is a sub menu. And then we have the catalog. So if somebody clicks on the sub menu, he sees the shoes. So if there were more, he'll just list down here. Okay, so that's good. So we're just going to leave this Here, okay, I clicked on it by error, so it brings us to the page of the men. We didn't put any products, remember, so it's empty in the collections. Remember, the collections we created at the beginning, so that is empty. So we're just going to leave this open so that we could always see our changes. So we go back here to our 7ng, to our dashboard, to our backend store, if I may say. So we've looked at navigation. Now let's take a quick look at domains. Okay, if you click on the domains, once you're ready to start your store and you already do have a domain name, for example www.yourname.com, you can always link that here. Okay, you can always connect an existing domain just by clicking this. If you do not have a domain yet and you want to get a domain from Shopify, you could click here, buy new domain, and then you follow the instructions. And you would pay for the domain, and then you would have it integrated into your Shopify. Okay, but for now, if you do have a domain already, you could just go ahead and click connect existing domain. Okay, so I'm just going to click on that. We're not going to go deeply into it, but I'll just click on it so you have an idea of what it looks like. So it says that connect existing domain, buy new domain. No, if you already have one, you're going to come here. If you do not have any and you want to buy, you click on buy new domain. So here it asks you what is your existing domain. For example, if I had a domain called art7ng.com, I would type it in here, www.art7ng.com, and click on next and follow the process. Okay, let me try something, www.art7ng.com. Let's see if it's going to recognize that. Okay, so it says domain available. www is available to buy $14. Okay, because I don't have it, so it's telling me it's available. Oh well, so you guys can buy it if you want. It says connect another domain. No, I don't want to buy it, so I close it. No, I'm gonna edit that. I don't want that in there. So I can go ahead and just take that out. I don't want any of those. So we go back. So that's how that's done. That's how you link your domain. So you can actually link your domain even before your 14-day trial is over and begin to use your website as www.yourdomainname.com even while your 14-day trial is still active. Okay, so you must not finish before you do that. You could actually do that from on the get-go if that's what you want. Okay, all right. So we have the other option here called preferences. All right. So here you have the title and meta description, okay, where you put in there Google Analytics. Alright, this is where you put in your code for that. This is where you put in your Facebook pixel. Okay, I'm going to explain what that is in a minute. You have your password page. Now, this is important. Remember, it's under preferences. Once you're designing your store, you would not want your clients to go to your site and find out that nothing is done. Alright? So what you do is you put a password, so anyone that goes to your site must put in a password before they can view it. Alright? So by putting a password, it stops them when they go to your website. They don't know what the password is, so they can't access your store. But whenever you're done and you're ready to put your store live for everyone to see, always make sure you come back here and you remove the password. Alright? So for now, the password is on. It says to disable your password page, you need to pick a plan. Okay? If you want to disable your password page, you need to pick a plan. So here, enable password page. So to disable it, you need to pick a plan. Alright? So password, this is where you put in your password. Whatever it is you want to put in there, you could always change it. Okay? And you could put a message for your visitors, telling them whatever it is. Coming on soon, still working on my store, or don't bother me while I work. Whatever it is you want to put in there, it's preference. Right? Maybe not the last one, but yeah, it'll be preference. Okay, and let's go to one more thing. The settings. This is very important. Alright. Now the settings is down here. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see because sometimes you have something covering it. So it's hard to see, but understand that the settings is always down here. So if you do click the settings, we're going to start from the account. So let's just start from the account. Now underneath the account, and let me just click that. That's where you manage all your credentials. Alright. So you see, remember, since January 3rd, that's today. Current plan is a trial. Monthly account status is active. credit card rate is 2.9% plus 30 cents. That's using Shopify's rate. Okay, meaning if anybody uses the credit cards to buy anything on the site, that's what the Shopify charges. All right, so the account owner, my name, Art. Okay, how many staff? Now you are able to get two staff at least. For here you see it says customize what your staff members can edit and access. You can add up to 2 staff accounts on this plan, okay, on this free plan. All right, so you can always go on and change your plans and see how many more staffs or any other options that you can get from using other plans. So here is where you click on to add your staff. Now your staff are those who you're going to allow access to either come into the back end and make changes, maybe look at your whatever it is you want to give to them, give them access to. All right, that's where you're going to determine it. Okay, so that is it. So underneath here you can hire a Shopify expert if you want to. You can pause the store. Okay, take a break from selling, just pause it, or you can close your store. All that, it's a choice. All right, so whenever you're done, whatever it is you want to do, if you want to close the store, you can go ahead. This is where you come to. If you want to pause it, you go ahead. This is where you come to. But note that if you close your store, turn off your online store and sales channels. They will be saved for 30 days if you change your mind. So they keep it for you for 30 days. You could change your mind and decide, oh, maybe I just want to go on with it. And you could always come back before 30 days and continue with your site. Alright, I think we're done with that. Now, concerning this account owner, let's just click on the name here and see where that leads us. So here we see it says upload photo. Now, if you want to change this icon here to your business icon or your logo, you could do that. All you do is upload photo and put the photo you want, and it appears here. You could change your first name and your last name here if you'd like, and once that is changed, that appears up here. And then here is where you have your main email. So if there are any changes to your site, this is the email that it's going to be sent to. Okay, whenever Shopify needs to send you an email concerning anything that has changed on your site, this is your main email, and this is where you change it. Okay, if you need to put your phone number, that's optional. It's not compulsory for you to do. Okay, so you have your BIOS if you want to put that, etc. So there it says allow important notifications to be sent by email, and that goes to that same email. Now, password reset. If you want to change your password, this is where you come to. Remember, we're under settings and account. Alright, so if you want to make those changes, let's go back so you can see where we are. So this is accounts. Once you click on your name there, you come here where you can change all this information, including your password. Okay, including your password. Okay, all right. If you want to enable two-step authentication, you can do that there. You want to be able to log in using your phone or something else, two-step authentication, that's where you can do that. All right, let's go back to the settings again. Let's see all the settings. We click on settings. So now let's go from general. General is where you view and update your store details. All right, now your store name is not this name. Remember, this cannot be changed. Okay, your store name is just what you want to call your store. All right, so if it's not Art7NG, you want to call your store Catwear, that's where you're going to type it. Account email, we'll use this address if we need to contact you about your account, so this is where you change that. Customer email, this is the email that your customers are going to be seeing. So most times if you use any email using a Yahoo address, it's going to change it to no reply at shopify.com. But it's advisable if it's a business, it's good you have your business email. That means your name at yourdomain.com. Alright, so if it's art7ng.com, then it's going to be art7ng at art7ng.com. It makes it look more professional to your clients. Alright, rather than them saying no reply at shopify.com. It's going to be your company. And realize if you use any Yahoo address, their email will be sent from no reply at shopify.com. When you use a Yahoo address, customers' reply will still go directly to you. Okay, then it says for a better email experience, use a custom domain. Alright, okay, so that's self-explanatory. You can put in your legal business name if you have one. You can put in your phone number here, and you can put in your address here, okay? Or you can edit your address because it's already in here, okay? And your time, etc. Okay, all that can be done here. All right. So let's go back to settings again. That was general. You have your payments. Now this is very important. Let's just run through this very quickly. Accept payments, enable payments providers. Alright, let's just leave that. Now, Shopify is the first payment here, and like you know, this is Shopify, and they give you your store accepts credit cards directly through Shopify. Now they get there's an arrangement they make, and you could read that yourself. You learn about Shopify payments. You could click on that and see what they charge. Okay, well this is where you go and you make your account setup. Okay, it's straightforward. Okay, for you to do. All right, that's where you link your bank account and things like that, and this is basically where you go. Now you can add other payment gateways like PayPal. Okay, they also have their charges. And then if you notice here, I'll just tell you, make sure that this address is the right address, okay, for your PayPal payment, because they automatically take the address used in logging in, signing up into Shopify. But you can always change that by clicking on edit. Okay, so if you click on edit, it's not going to take too long to work. Okay, it brings up here credit card rates set by PayPal, transaction fee 0%. Now you deactivate this first, and then after deactivating you can reactivate, and then you'd be able to change your email. So if you go ahead and click on deactivate, it says deactivate PayPal Express checkout. Your account details will be saved, and you can reactivate PayPal Express checkout at any time. So we're going to deactivate that. Let's see what happens. It's working. Alright, there we go. So it's deactivated, alright, gateway deactivated. Now if you needed to reactivate it with a different email address, all you do is select PayPal method. You click on that. Now you have different options. Let's choose PayPal Express checkout. Right. So once you do that, it gives you there, it tells you setup instructions. You must have a PayPal business account, etc., etc. Click activate, will reactivate, will redirect you to PayPal account. So once you click on that, it will ask you to put in your PayPal address and then put in your login, and then it will verify that you're the owner of that PayPal account, and then it will link it here. Okay, so for now we're going to leave that. And I think we've covered the overview of Shopify basically. I'm not sure how quick or how slow that was, but let's see. So we started by talking about how to start a Shopify store. We talked about how to get a 14-day trial period, okay, using this link, and I'll put it under the description underneath there. And then we talked about the store overview, okay, brief orientation, which we've done. Choosing a theme, we've talked about that. Planning out your store. What collections do you need? What will the menu consist of? We've talked about that. Creating collections as needed according to your previous plan. Okay, we've talked about that. That's the previous plan in 5. When you plan your store and talk about what's the menu going to be like, we talked about that. Importing products, we've spoken about that. Arranging products into collections as you import them, or doing a bulk import to a collection. We've spoken about that. Now, what is drop shipping? We're going to talk about this very briefly, all right? The pros and the cons. Now, drop shipping is a great way for you to actually make money without having inventory. And I say that in this way, having products or a warehouse to store products, all right? Drop shipping is a way of you taking a manufacturer's products and putting it, a manufacturer that agrees with the terms, and putting it on your Shopify store and selling it from there. And most times you would use an app here in Shopify called Orbello, which is what we had looked at. So if you clicked on your apps here, Orbello. So if you wanted to install that, we just click on Orbello. Let's see if we can get something going here. And then you see that price from $0 a month. Okay. But remember, I think you have a limit to how many products that you could actually use in Orbello. Okay, so there it says you're about to install Orbello. Okay, so you go ahead. If you want to read all the details, you go ahead and do that. Then you install the app. Okay, so you build your business with Obello. Oof. Okay, let's just close that. So you could chat there. Okay, leave your messages if you want to learn more about how it's used. Now this is where you find your product. Alright, so let's see what we can do. So we could just take a look at how this works. So if we click that, it brings up certain products, okay, from certain manufacturers. So you have a choice to choose what categories you want to look into. If you click on that, it's computers. Is in all categories. Are you talking about shoes? Let's pick shoes and look at what shoes are like. You can enter a keyword to make it more to limit it to a particular type of shoes or whatever. Show shipping price to Pakistan. Let's change that to let's change it to United States. Is that a good idea? Yeah, I think that's good. All right, so we can now click on search. All right, and we're searching for shoes. All right, so you can see some shoes here. Now this is how Obello works. All right, so we could, once you go to an object, a product, and you like it, remember these products are from other companies. Okay, you can bring it into your store. Now the price for this shoe, for example, is $25.75 to $29.80. If you click on add to import list, or you just click on it to actually import it, it shows you the pricing here. Okay, so you can see how much it is. Okay, and then you can decide to import if you wanted to. Okay, so let's go back to search for products. And we're going to go back to shoes again, so we just use that. You can use anything, remember? Click on search, search for whatever product you're looking for. Okay, and then pick it. Let's click on it. It's opening all this. Okay, so it's asking, do you want to add to import list? Alright, let's just add that. So we have two products. Alright, so we go to up here to import list. Let's click on that. Now under here you can make your changes. Alright, you can edit the title. For example, it's Merck. You can change it to, or you can just delete that. Okay, make your changes and it will show you the changes saved successfully. The changes to your title there. Then you can come in here, check out the description. Everything is already in there for you, but you can just go in and make changes and edit it the way you want to. Then the variance is very important. Now this is where you find the amounts, the cost for each of this item. Now it is selling for $15.29. Well, look at this. This is what it's going to be appearing in your store. So if somebody buys it, the person buys it for $30.58. Once it's shipped, once the payment is made, the manufacturing company takes their amount, $15.29, and you take the balance, and you don't necessarily have to do anything. Okay, that's what makes this drop shipping very very interesting, I guess. Okay, so you can go ahead and change your prices, but note here that automatically changed from the normal price of $15.29 to $30.58. It sets that for you automatically. Okay, but then if you come down here to the settings and you click on that, you would see where it says global pricing rules here. If you click on that, now this is where that setting is. So once you decide, okay, you want the product cost to be twice the normal price, it does that for you automatically in Obello. So if you wanted the price to be 3 times that, you just change this to 3, and it's going to take effect whenever you bring in a product to your store. So if the product is $1 and you change it to 3, the product will now become $3. So that means you sell it for $3 while your clients buy it for pay $3. The manufacturer sells it for $1, so you get $2 profit. Okay, all right. So let's go back to our import list. Okay, so that's it. So now we can push all products to the shop, or after you've made these changes, you can go to images and you can choose the images you want to display in your store. So the ones that are already selected, you could tell that those are already selected, they're going to already appear. If you wanted to add this one, for example, all you do is come up here, Click on that, and that's going to also be added to the images in your store. Once you're done with your setup, you click on push to shop. Same thing with this one, the same thing. Once you're done editing whatever it is you want to edit, you click on push to shop, and you're done. Then we can close this out. It's already in our shop. So if you go back to our Shopify page and we go to products here, let's see what we see. It's already in here for us to use. Okay, so here we can decide to put them in one collection. Let's put them in men's collection. So we selected both objects, both products. We click on bulk action, and then here we can add to collection. We can make the products available, we can make the products unavailable, we can delete the selected products, we can add tags to them, remove the tags, we can add them to collections or remove from collections. So we're just going to add them to collections, and we've only made, remember we only created this one collection, men. So if we had others, we could put them wherever we wanted them. That's why I said it's always important to first organize your collections in your mind and set them up first, so that once you start importing your products, you can easily just put them wherever it is that you've already decided they would be. So I'm going to put both of them in just this men's collection since that's all we've got, and then I'm going to click on save. Added to product. Now if we go to our website and we refresh, and then we come here under the men's clothing. Oh, shoes. Well, it wasn't on the shoes, it was on the, okay, there we go. So here where we had the men, you see it appears there in our store already with the prices. Okay, so it shows the price that you're going to be selling it for, but remember this is twice the price of the actual manufacturer's price. Okay, so your client comes, clicks on it, loves the shoes, they can look at all the different options, okay, that they can get from. They can choose from here. If they want the green ones, they can pick that. Okay, and they can choose the shoe size depending on what size they wear. Okay, they can read the description of the product there, and then when they're done, they can just add to cart. Okay, so the process goes on. If you had your payments set up, you go to checkout, and that'll be done. All right. So let's just clean this out. We don't want this for now. Okay, so 0, and let's continue shopping. Okay, so let's go back here. Now let me say one more thing before we go to anything else. Now pertaining to shipping, I'll just explain that quickly. Let's go back to our settings down here. So you have your shipping here. If you click on your shipping, this video is taking longer than I thought, so I might have to stop and then probably continue again later. So if you click on your shipping, you have all your shipping details here. Shipping from this, you can edit it, everything. The zones, domestic zone, add shipping zone. You can edit it, UPS, calculate a checkout. You can edit all this. So for example, if you had wanted to make it any purchase that is up to $50 and above gets free shipping. So this is where you would come and you would create that that rate. All right, so you just click on that. Now in the country, it's going to be in the United States, the price base rates. Now here you're going to add your rates. Okay, so you click on add rates for the price base. You can call it anything. Let's call this free shipping. So this is the free shipping rule. Okay, and then we say minimum order price for free shipping would be, the minimum would be 50. Okay, that's the minimum they can spend before they can get free shipping. Okay, so once they spend up to 50, then they can get free shipping. Maximum order price to loan limit, they can spend $50 to $1 million. That's fine, they're going to get free shipping. But anything below $50 will not get free shipping. Okay, so here rate, you click that, it's going to be for free shipping rate. So rate amount is 0, free shipping, and you click on done. That's how you set up your free shipping. I hope that is clear. You could also deal with weight if you want to, if you need that option, but that's completely up to you. Remember, when all those things are set, edited, make sure you save for it to take effect. Right, for now I'm going to discard since I do not need those changes. I'm going to discard again. and it's gonna take us back to our settings. Okay, so we have our shipping there. We've taken a look at that. Let's quickly take a look at the other things before we end this video. Let's look at the checkout. Accounts are disabled. That's where you get your checkout settings. Please take a look at that on your own, but that's where you find your checkout settings. And then you have your taxes, where you will have to manage your taxes. You can take a look at that. Your notifications. What are the notifications you want sent to you? Do you want them to send any notifications to you? That's where you do that. Your files. This is where you upload your images, your videos, and your documents to for your theme. This is where you're gonna do all that. Your sales channel. Now I'm gonna explain the sales channel very quickly. For your sales channel, which you can find towards the left here, if you click on that plus. Now these are your sales channels. You've got Facebook, Amazon, you've got Pinterest, you've got Pinterest, you've got eBay, etc. All right. So for the sales channel, this is where you click, you add it, and then you go through some setups. This helps you to send your products to this outlets. Okay. So by adding this to your sales channel, it means you're going to be able to now start linking your Shopify store and the product to Amazon, for example. So it's going to start displaying in Amazon. But then you have to first be a professional. You have to have a professional subscription for that to happen. Okay, and I think the price as of this time I'm speaking is $39.99 a month. $39.99 a month. Okay, but it's a good deal because your products now gets out there, right, on Amazon, and I think you'd have a lot more market in that light. All right, so by adding this to your sales channel, it's just a straightforward process. Mostly, you just add it and you get that done. For eBay is slightly different. I think you got 50 free products. You could actually post 50 free products from your Shopify store to eBay to sell there every month. Okay, I hope I got that right. But as you go ahead and you click on it and you go through the process of registering for it, you're going to see whatever it is that you need to do. Okay, so after the 50 free items, products in a month, every other product you'll be charged $0.3 for each other product that you upload to eBay. Okay, but you could confirm that yourself. Okay, that's just the idea. So that's what a sales channel is. All right, and I think we're done. Let's just quickly look at billing and then we'll be done for today. So under billing is where you have your credit card information, where Shopify is going to be charging you for certain things, or where things are going to be to pay for your invoice, etc. Your account summary. Okay, you view the Shopify account summaries there, and basically this is just your basic billing. Okay, I think that is it for now. I'm sure I might have missed something, but let's just quickly take a look. So what is drop shipping? Pros and cons. Yes, quickly. The pros for drop shipping, like I said, you don't have to have any items. All you do is just get the items in your store, decide on the price you want them for. If clients come and they buy it, it's shipped to them, and everything is taken care of, and you just get your profit. That is awesome. But one of the challenges is when you're drop shipping from a place like say China, which is quite a distance, it takes a long time for it to get back to your client, especially when your client is from the United States, for example. All right, so it's good to always let your clients know in your shipping and returns, let them know explicitly that some of these items take quite some time to get to them. All right, so they're not waiting indefinitely and thinking that their products are not coming in. So it's good to communicate with your clients when they buy certain products that you know will take time to arrive. Okay, the pros of it, like I said, is it's marvelous when you have the market, when you're able to draw traffic to your site and get people to buy these things. It's marvelous because you've not spent any money basically in getting these items yourself. Okay, so that's dropshipping. How to dropship using Obello, I have explained that, maybe not in length, but if you need me to do more and a slower explanation of it, I could do another video, but for now that should suffice. Creating your sales channel, Amazon and eBay, I have explained that as well. Remember, you go to your settings, and then underneath there you would see your sales channels, or over here to the left. Okay, sales channels, you just click on the plus button there, and then it's going to show you different sales channels. Getting your social pixels. Now, your social media pixel, I said I was going to explain this, is a code that you place on your website. It helps you track conversions from social media, Facebook, Instagram, etc. Ads optimize ads based on collected data. It builds targeted audiences for future ads and remarkets to qualified leads, people who have already taken some kind of action on your website. All right, so the social pixel just helps you organize and let you know, okay, what has been happening on your site, who has come, and basically things of that nature. Okay, now something else you need to know. Number 13, you could also test the Shopify payment gateway. So after you've set up your payment, under settings, payment, after you've set everything up, there is an option underneath Shopify on the edit button. If you click on it, you would see where it says test store mode. So you can click on that to test your store. It will go ahead and learn more, where you could see how that is done. Okay, it's also straightforward. Okay, so making your store live to the public. Now remember, once you've finished editing your store, all you need to do is click on the you make sure you take out the password for the store password. But then that's when you've selected a proper plan to use. Okay, you can now take off that password for the store, and then the store becomes active to the public, live to the public. So after a trial period, or whenever you decide you are ready, subscribe for your plan of choice. The basic is $29.99 as of this recording, $29.99, as we had looked at the beginning. You can also choose whatever other options that it's your preference, but I would encourage you, if you're just starting off and you really don't have too many products, then there is really no need to spend so much at the beginning. Okay, you could, if you're just trying to test it out and see how it works, and if it's something that you want to go on with, I would advise that you just get the $29.99 basic plan. Okay, and that is it for today. Hopefully I've not spoken too much or too quickly. I tried as much as possible to cover a lot at once. And like I said, this is just my second video, so forgive me if I stumbled over my words and did not explain some things clearly. Excuse me. So remember to subscribe, and let me know what your thoughts are. If you need me to explain some other things more clearly, just send me a message in the comments section, and I'll try my best to give a response. Alright, thank you. You guys have a great day.